Good evening, family. I told you I'll be back. I'm here. Well, as you know, for the ones that have been following me for a long time, I really keep everything on me. Uh, I like to speak of what I've been through, and maybe it can help other people, right? That's my intentions. I'm not here to criticize nobody and or judge nobody, and that's exactly what I'm going to speak about today, of judging. You see, because I used to judge, you know. It's so easy to judge somebody, but it's so frustrating when they judge us. You see, I came here to Florida, and as you know, over here is very hot, and so I don't get to wear long sleeves. I don't wear long sleeves, and I have tattoos. As you can see, I got tattoos. I keep jewelry on. Uh, it's my ways, right? Uh, I am who I am. My page name is Real Talk with Victor. I'm just real. I'm a person that loves God, and I've learned that we as Christians fail Him a lot. And so, keeping it to judging, when I go out there, it's happened a few times. I'm on a line in Walmart or doing what I'm doing, and I could see the way people look at me with all the tattoos and the gold on, and God only knows what they say. The reality of it is that they judge me because of my outside, of my tattoos and everything. You see, before that used to get me angry, but I've been trying to follow God to the best of my ability. I do follow God to my best of my ability, uh, and I kindly turn around and say, "How you doing? God bless you," you know. And I changed the whole conversation to Jesus. So some of them, I give them my card that speaks about my page, my YouTube, my web page. It gives a little bit of myself. The name of the book is in the back. It says I'm a chaplain, and you could see that when they see it, they completely change. Do I have a right to get angry because they judging me? Not really. Because that was something that I struggle with, and I judge people. You see, I was from the street all my life, right? Sometimes people look around, don't necessarily they looking at around to do something to you, and they more afraid than they are in your business or trying to see what you're doing. They're afraid. A lot of things are going on in life, right? Uh, so I used to judge people like, why is he looking at me like that? You know, sometimes you think people are looking at you, they're really not. They you know, like like I tell people, I say it about myself. I said they ain't looking at me. I ain't that important. You know, I take things as a joke today. Uh, Things that used to bother me, and in the judging, you see. As a matter of fact, I have a scripture here, which is Matthew 7, 1 to 5. And it says, judging others. Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged. And with the measures you use, it will be measured to you. Why do you look at the speck of a sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take that speck out your eye, when all the time there is a plank in your own eye? This one is deep now. Number five says, you, you hypocrite, first take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. That's deep. That's deep, but it's true. You know, I bring that to a lot of, that means to me so much, right? Because we like that in life in general. I believe in treat other people as you want to be treated, right? Don't judge nobody. Now, today in the life that I live, I've judged, but I've judged in love to my brothers, my sisters out there, my friends. I talk to them, not talk at them. Because somewhere in the Bible it talks about that. You could judge your congregation, right? But in love, instead of sitting down with your wife or your friend or, family member or whatever, look at that person. And I bring that up because in the beginning of my years, when I just came home in 99, I went to a couple of churches and they made me feel uncomfortable because they turn around and look at me like, oh, you know? Because they only want their people. They want to feel comfortable around their people. I have been in big churches where you hear conversations, women's looking at other women. Look at the way she's dressed. The shortest two dressed. She's showing her top. She's doing this. Oh, look at them pants. They too tight. She shouldn't be wearing pants. That's not what we go to church for. You see, and again, I speak freely about this because I was one of them. Instead, today, I talk to my people in love. I talk to people I don't know with love. I feel guilty. The other day, me and my wife went to take care of our license plates and everything, and on the way back, I seen a homeless. And traffic up here is pretty good and pretty heavy and all that. And I went by and it stood on my mind. And this was like last Friday. And it's still on my mind today. I've thought about going by there to see if I seen him. Like I felt convicted that I didn't stop and gave him a few dollars or invite him to eat. Right? Before I used to judge people like that. And mind you, that if you read about my story, because I'm an open book, I was homeless. I lived in basements, I lived in roofs, I was a drug addict, you name it. If it was bad, the chances are it was me. So this is a thing that we have to learn in life. Are we going? I tell a lot of people, you can't be with God and devil at the same time. Are we going to be perfect? Never. Are we going to fall short to God? Always. But we could do better. I have a t-shirt. And I think the quote says, I thank God I'm not where I used to be. But I'm not where I should be. I'm still growing. I'm still learning. And in the process of me growing and learning, anybody that's around me, whatever I know, I would like to teach them. You see, if we're gonna do it and we're gonna be disciples of God, whatever you wanna call it, leaders of God, volunteers of God. Let's do it the right way. You see, we have to learn and we have to grow. This is what I'm trying to do. And I'm going to keep doing it. And again, everything that I have accomplished, I accomplish it to God, my wife, and the great people that have pushed me to better myself. So saying that, I've always said, if you are blessed and you don't bless nobody or help nobody, what good is that blessing? You see, I feel like I'm blessed, but at the same time, I feel like I always have to bless others. You know, it is a thing that we at a time in life that we need one another, not to be against one another. Let's stop judging each other and let's start loving each other. Uh, I'm planning to do a lot of things, and I'm still working on things of being able to open the ministry over here to go within jail and teach to inmates. It's my passion because of all the time I did in jail, and I always tell people God made me a liar. What I mean by that is the last time I came out of jail, I said I'll never go back to jail again. In less than 6 months, one of my wife's best friend asked me, could I go to Rikers Island and give a testimony of my life? I did it. Then we moved from there, we moved to Pennsylvania. I started going to church. My pastor asked me for a favor to go visit somebody in jail and speak to them and mentor them, and I did it. Then I got involved in my church, and I got into the prison ministry. I started talking to him, and he guided me along. And everybody that had to do with being in jail, abusing drugs and all that, he sent them to me. And I got more involved, and I started moving up. From being one day, I became the director of the prison ministry, etc. And then, when you work for God, He's gonna open doors. When He opened a door, make sure you use that door. And at the same time, when He closed one, don't try to open it. You see, a lot of times we think, oh, I lost that opportunity. He had other things for you. Unless you did it on purpose and you didn't listen. But I say that too. I met great people in my life that have pushed me and pushed me and pushed me. You know, I always tell people, iron sharpens iron. I've learned that from church. It's not my saying; it's a fact. And so I'm doing better things, and I'm, like I said, I'm back with y'all. I'm gonna give videos of different things. I don't know. Some people might like what I say. Some people might love it. My concern is to do what God tells me to do and put the word out there. But guess what? I was in church in Pennsylvania, in the same church for 15 years. And when I first went there, I felt so convicted that I thought that the person that told us to go there and recommended the church spoke to the pastor about me. Because everything that he said that day was me, talking about me. Somebody else probably want to go back. I accepted that message like if it was meant for me. And I say that to say, I might say something and they might say, oh, you think you're better? I don't do that. No. We're all on the same boat. You know? Just because I changed my life, I repeat this and I say this a lot, and I tell you that I'm a Christian, I do not mean that I'm better than you. When I tell you I'm a Christian, I'm actually telling you that I need Christ in my life. And that's like my reminder. I make these videos and I just put them up. Some people comment, some people don't. I'm gonna start at least once a week making a live video. And like that, y'all could write something and ask me a question or comment on what I speak. If I'm speaking on something, I'll keep that topic and I would answer you if it's got to do with what I'm talking about. You know? I love you guys, and somebody just knocked on the door, and I was about to close anyway. I will be in. When I come on live, I will tell you about it. You know, uh, ahead of time, and I love you guys, and you can see me on YouTube, my website, uh, on Facebook, and it's same as well. You can see me on Instagram. God bless you. Talk to you tomorrow.